What's going on, people? I want to briefly talk about this article that someone posted on Facebook about this gay dude accusing Dwight Howard of sexual harassment. And then he says he's got receipts of orgies, text, and audio. Now, so far, the receipts, or the so-called receipts, are fake, in my opinion. And it's funny that you have so many people now that's on social media always have to have receipts on somebody. They're always trying to expose somebody. And you have a lot of dudes, man, a lot of transgender dudes, a lot of gay dudes that's trapping so-called straight men, dudes that's got girlfriends and wives, right? And in this case, I guess the dude supposedly, or Dwight, is supposed to be single, right? But I'm going to read a portion of this. Now, I don't have any type of sympathy for dudes that's exposed by gay dudes, man. Dudes that's on the down low, going back and forth between man and woman, right? On this side, you're pretending to be a man. On this side, you now denouncing women, and you're pretending to be into dudes, right? Or you have some that's just in the middle, right? But in a lot of the so-called audio, you have this gay dude, man, that's telling him or supposedly schooling him about HIV because this Dwight allegedly was out with transgenders. So he called himself schooling him on HIV and different sexual transmitted diseases. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Doesn't matter if it's a gay dude or if it's a woman. If you guys know that you're playing on your wife or your girl, right? You have to look for signs that somebody is recording you. There's like signs that people give when they're recording you. If they're too quiet or too in agreement with you and just wow, okay, wow, or they start questioning you on certain things or saying certain things to you, and while they're saying these things to you, they're repeatedly calling your name so that it could be identified that they are talking to you, that you are the person that's on the other end of that phone. So I don't know how Dwight Howard didn't pick up on the fact that he was being recorded, either by phone or however he did it, right? I don't know how. And then plus you guys got to be careful with these text messages. So you guys are dropping into dudes' inboxes. Now, when it comes to dudes going into women's inboxes and vice versa, that's really nothing. That really carries no weight, because a man is supposed to be interested in a woman and a woman is supposed to be interested in a man. In spite of the fact that female might be cheating on her man and she's in another dude's inbox, or that man could be cheating on his woman or his wife and he's in another inbox. Point being, he's in a woman's inbox and not a dude's inbox, right? But when you got dudes, man, that's on the down low and you're sending text messages to another gay dude, well, he's got receipts on you because, see, he's trying to be a woman. So he's going to try to take on the same characteristic and personality traits of a woman. He's going to start doing things that he think women do, like collecting receipts, right? But I'm going to read a portion of this, and I'm going to put the article on the bottom. You guys can, read it for yourself, and you can listen to these alleged audio clips on here. But this is a hot mess, man. It's a hot mess. And as you see, gay man accuses Dwight Howard of sexual harassment, receipts of orgies, text, and audio, right? A gay man has come forward to tell the truth about what Dwight Howard has done to him, right? And then it says, I'm gonna go down further because that's like advertisement. This is like the alleged, text message or whatever. I was afraid to speak, but today my life was threatened after I was sexually harassed, threatened, and manipulated by someone I respected. My ex-boyfriend, NBA player Dwight Howard. It's got to put the whole thing in an NBA player Dwight Howard. And his camp also catfished by his disrespectful ass pastor. Now, it's going to go from Dwight, because I thought the issue was really with Dwight, but this thing's issue is with the pastor, and that's the way it usually is. You're going to usually have gay dudes, transgenders, or whatever they prefer to call themselves. They're going to have an issue with pastors because pastors are supposed to be holy and righteous and against their lifestyle. It's against their lifestyle. So they have a natural hatred or dislike for pastors, all right, or those that represent the Most High or biblical truth, right? So you see there, he's got a photo of Dwight. The next one says, before we start, I just need to say this is really about his team and his crooked pastor in bold print, threatening my life over in a signed NDA, and he has been trying to intimidate me into taking hush money for what they did to me, right? Then it says, I met Dwight a while back at Wild 'N Out, to be exact. We made eye contact, and a week later he was in my DMs. I'm used to dealing with celebrities, so automatically I told him hit me from his Finsta, his fake page. Never heard of a Finsta before, right? So our convo wouldn't get leaked. I mean, he is a legend. So wait a minute. You're telling this dude to text message you from a fake page so that the conversation wouldn't get leaked, but now you're leaking it. See, so this gay dude was making him feel that you could trust me, right? So send me a message from a fake page, so it won't get leaked. I want to be able to protect you because you're a legend, and I don't want my name out there too. I don't want the limelight, but in reality, this dude wants the limelight because he leaked the page himself. Then it says conversation started escalating to nudes being sent, escalating to me blowing his mind, and him calling me every night on Instagram video chat. Time went by and shit started getting serious. He was fine, 6'11", goofy, very charming, no wife, and never been married. So of course I was interested. Now let me ask you a question. Why is it that dudes, and women, y'all can attest to this, why is that dudes that's supposed to be straight, supposed to be heterosexual, they out here cheating on their women, they can't be faithful to their woman at home, and they don't mind taking another man's wife? Or if he's on the DL, he don't mind taking another man's gay dude. He don't mind taking another download dude's dude, right? So you're supposed to be a straight man and you don't mind taking another man's wife or another man's girl for him, but now you become gay or a so-called transgender, and now you want to play righteous and holy, and you want to look for the perfect mate, right? So he says he was fine, 6'11", goofy, very charming, no wife in bold print, and never been married. So why can't men look for this in a woman when they're straight? why do you have to be gay in order to take on this same mindset? Unless, of course, this is just for show, to try to make himself look like he's innocent, right? And then he says, I kept it real with him, and he kept it real with me about everything except one thing. And then he says, does your mother, brother, friends know that you like to deal with trans or men? Now stop. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're talking to someone on the phone and they start asking you certain questions, just know that you're being recorded. This is documentation right here. So for this dude to ask him, does your mother, brother, friends know that you like to deal with trans or men, or that's just something you kept to yourself? And then allegedly this fake page says, why are you asking me for? And then he says, I like to know. And then he says, I don't want to answer. And then it says, fast forward, I'm finally face to face with Dwight. And after that day, from my understanding, we had an understanding. So I'll just upload this screen record here just in case his team decides to lie. Ain't no girl gonna ask you this. Right? And then that's supposed to be the screen recording, which you really can't understand what's being said. It says fast forward, he's in season, and I was unable to travel to every game, but every night he called me, and pretty much same old, right? Another screen recording. So I find out he is basically sleeping with someone else, and here is how that went. And then he posts an image of an alleged another dude. So this is someone else, a transgender prostitute that he also had an understanding with. Now, like I said, any dude, man, that's on the DL, I don't feel sorry for you, man, for any diseases that you contract, man. If you contract any disease, and it's unfortunate for the woman, but that's why more women, mainly black females, need to be extra careful on who they open their legs to, especially when you have a thing for the so-called bad boy or the thug, because there's really, in this day and time, man, there's really no real rules. There's like an unwritten law, right, among the so-called gangster dudes that they go both ways, and they'll tell you that they bisexual, but there's females out there that will still accept a dude that's bisexual, right? That's just the times we're living in today. So a lot of these chicks are opening themselves up to different types of diseases. Now, I know that there's gay dudes out there that want to say, like, well, there's more heterosexual people out there to get, get sexual transmitted diseases or HIV than gay people. Well, maybe that's what you think, but I think that if you got dudes, if they're not getting it from needles, and even if they have a drug issue, man, I still question whether or not they out there doing something, sleeping with male, female, or animal for those drugs. People do some crazy things, man, for those drugs, right? So I can't really say that they're heterosexual, so they don't even fit in that category. And if you got a dude, man, that's out there contracting HIV, or a woman contracting HIV, or whatever, it doesn't mean that they got it from a straight person. Or if they did get it from an alleged straight person, maybe that person they got it from was on the DL. Maybe they were on the DL doing something that they shouldn't do, so that really don't count as a heterosexual, because you got somebody like this guy, Dwight Howard, that's playing both sides, right? So I really don't believe in these so-called polls, or I really don't believe in that. But anyway, and then so this is another dude that this dude got pictures of that Dwight was allegedly messing with, right? And then it says, I thought my good sis was a prostitute, But as my friend took a deeper look into her page, his page, he actually hosts a transgender sex party that Dwight Howard allegedly often attends. So yes, I lost every bit of my mind, right? And then this audio is when he's questioning him about, HIV and all this other nonsense, right? And then it says, so this is how that damn conversation went. Typical guy, lying. I didn't mind cheating, but you're allegedly a transgender sex party. You're at transgender sex parties. Sticking your penis in everyone raw. Okay, Magic Johnson 2.0 with amnesia, right? But anyway, there's more down here, and I'm gonna end it. But I don't want to read all this stuff. I'm gonna put the link on the bottom, and you guys can read that for yourself. But like I said, I don't feel sorry for dudes, man, to go out here and contract HIV or whatever. And then I don't feel sorry for a lot of these gay dudes and these so-called transgenders that end up losing their life or getting the life beat out of them for exposing somebody. But that's the game. That's the nature of the beast. Because you got people out there, even these transgender dudes, man, that's trying to get paid. Everybody today is trying to get paid. So if they can catch a celebrity slipping, or an NBA player or a boxer, if they catch them dudes slipping and they talking about, I got receipts on you and you did this and you sexually harassed me and all this other nonsense, they trying to get paid, man. They trying to get a book deal, a reality show deal. They're trying to get paid. They want some attention, or they just want a lot of subscriptions and followers, right? But nobody does this for nothing. You understand? So I don't feel sorry for these transgender dudes and these gay dudes that get beat down and lose their life for trying to expose somebody. And I don't feel sorry for these celebrities or these athletes that get caught up in nonsense like this, because you had no business messing with them, man. You're dealing with an entity, right? And I know you're looking at a human being, and you guys really need to take a look at my video that I made talking about demons, right? I just made that video a couple of days ago talking about demons and how demons manifest themselves. And there's 3 ways demons manifest themselves: in human form, in their natural form, and in animal form, right? So that video is on my Fearless J 1111 channel, and it's also on my I'm Just Thinking Out Loud channel. So go take a look at or listen to those videos, man, and because you have spirits, man, that manifest themselves in human form, right? So, and they got a mission, right? And they target certain individual people. And there's a history of this, man. There's a history of this, where you got transgender dudes, man, and gay dudes that's targeting entertainers, rappers, athletes for payday and to become famous, right? So you guys got to be really, really extra careful, man, who you with, man. Like I said in the video of the past, man, you lay down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. I'll repeat that again. You lay down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. So I'm going to put this article on the bottom. You guys feedback, tell me what you think. Until next time, I'm just thinking out loud.